This one's for all the anti-vaxxers out there like myself. You've been vindicated. Check out Del Bigtree's An Inconvenient Study, his documentary film on the study between an unvaccinated population of children and a fully vaccinated population of children. The statistics are shocking. You are 2.5 times more likely to wind up with a chronic disease if you are fully vaccinated. Take a look.
This documentary that you made, it's an inconvenient study. Tell me about it.
Ultimately, what this study showed, and it's about 18,500 children were in the study. So it's one of the biggest studies of its kind. Nearly 2,000 of them were unvaccinated. The other 16,500 are vaccinated. And they sort of tracked children that were born into the Henry Ford health system and made it to about 4 or 5 years on average was the age of the children. And what they discovered was that the conclusion of the study that this very pro-vaccine scientist, Dr. Mark Zervos, wrote is you are 2.5 times more likely to develop a chronic disease if you'd been vaccinated compared to the children that had not been vaccinated. 150% increased risk. And then ultimately, huge areas of like neurodevelopmental disorders, 6 times the rate of neurodevelopmental disorders if you'd been vaccinated compared to not vaccinated. Nearly 6 times the rate of autoimmune disease if you've been vaccinated compared to the vaccinated. There was categories we couldn't even get the statistics on because there were 0 children in the unvaccinated group. So you can't even do math. They just zero that out. I think it was ADHD had like 250 kids vaccinated in the ADHD group because 0 in the unvaccinated. They couldn't even come up with a 1 out of blah, blah, blah statistic. That was impossible to come to. So there's a lot of issues like that too. But ultimately, the scariest part of this whole study was they did a time-to-date analysis over the course of 10 years. What would the likelihood you would have a chronic disease be? And amongst the vaccinated, you come out at 57% of the vaccinated would have a chronic disease, and only 17% will have a chronic disease at 10 years old. That's a horrific stat. That is a Mount Everest between the unvaccinated and the vaccinated, and none of it looks good. People that go to aninconvenientstudy.com, you can download the study and read the whole thing yourself.
And for those who scoff at this, hey, fine. Believe in the medical industrial complex. Believe in Big Pharma, that they want the best for you. Believe that they want to cure you of things, even though they make money by keeping you unhealthy and keeping you within the system. You go ahead and believe what you want to believe. I just want to let those anti-vaxxers know, the tinfoil hats, again, you were right. The whole conspiracy, you were right. Again, go figure.